Good morning, everybody. Alyssa, how you doing? Oh, Alyssa, this is the topic that I was talking with you about um on Thursday. How you doing? Good morning. Remember when I was telling you that I have a blog that's Domain Authority 30, DA 30, and how I got to it in 2.5 years versus 6 years. Well, I'm going to be talking about that today, and I want to show you guys like a really quick. Oh, thanks so much. I wanted to show you guys a really quick video from Stella Bayles, who's awesome. She follows me, I follow her. We're not enemies or anything like that. I don't even know if she's on Periscope, but she does a lot of Google education for public relations professionals. And so if you are in PR, great. If you're not, don't worry about it. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Alex. I go by socialalex.com, and here we go, talking about Stella. Wherever she's kind of off in her advice, I'm going to pause it and then, say what I have to say, and then I'm going to, let her talk again. But the thing is, yeah, it's not like she's giving you wrong advice, it's just that she's leaving things out. So here we go with Stella. It's short, don't worry about it. And you can comment while this is happening. I'm going to respond after she finishes talking. So here we go. It's about
Thanks for all
blogging.
your questions this week. The one that we've selected is what is DA? DA stands for Domain Authority. Now, Domain Authority is a score that's been devised by SEO Moz, and it represents how Google views websites and the strength of those websites. So all of your contacts, whether they be a journalist writing for a media site, whether it be a brand partner, or if it's a blogger, each one of their sites will have a domain authority strength. The higher the domain authority, the greater the SEO value you're going to be passing on to your client's content. So every time you gain a piece of coverage and there is a link within that piece of coverage, there is SEO value being passed on to your client. Now, if that website that you gained coverage on has a high domain authority, it's extra brownie points in Google's eyes. It's because they're more trustworthy. Now, the scores have different brackets. Check out SEO Moz to be able to have a look at the scores and download the toolbar, and it gives you a really quick and easy way to find the domain authority. 0 to 20 is pretty low. Probably means that the website is new, doesn't have much content, and it needs to get a little bit more established. 20 to 30 is probably where a lot of blogs sit until they start to build up their social following and they start to be recommended elsewhere online. That's probably the area of domain authority they're going to have. Now, when you start to go above 40, that's where you'll start to get much greater SEO value passed on. 40 to 60 is a really good domain authority. Now, 60 and above is awesome. Your big news sites, The Guardian, MSN, Yahoo, Google, and The Times, etc., those big established news sites that are being updated every minute of the day are going to have a really high domain authority score. They're going to be in the region of 80 and above. If you get coverage on one of those sites, it is amazingly powerful for your client's content, as long as there is a link in that piece of coverage. So, in summary, domain authority is really important to PR. I recommend that after this video, you start to track what the domain authority is for your key media contacts, bloggers and journalist media sites. It's a really great way of prioritising who you're going to be working with on behalf of your client.
Okay, so um, she was saying that a high domain authority is great if you get a link back to your blog from that high domain authority site, like, 65 or above or whatever. Thanks, Alyssa. So here's something that she left out. Okay, you can get a link on one of those sites, those high DA sites, but if those sites have a policy of putting a rel no follow parameter, then you're not going to get any kind of SEO juice or any sort of SEO value from them. And she does explain it in this other video, which is right here, this one here. But I'm not going to, play that for you because it's just, more videos you want to hear from me. And so what I'm going to tell you is that if you go to Open Site Explorer, which is this, see this here? Moz.com research tools /OSE. You can put in any site, even your own, and hey John, how you doing? And then you can find out what domain authority you have. Now let me show you an example of, how you doing? Let me show you an example of a blog that I have that I don't even care about really. It's just more of a whatever blog is just there. Like it relaxes me. I just type whatever I feel like it. And it's domain authority 30, and this is without even me trying. And I got to this in 2.5 years, and DA 30 is actually like sort of the minimum that guest bloggers will even look at. Like if it's like lower than a DA 30, a lot of guest bloggers will say, well, they don't want to be bothered. But so anyway, this took me 2.5 years to develop, and so you can see some people you might know. Just for fun, I'm showing you the first Periscope Summit in September, but so you might see, you might recognize some of these people. That's Euro Maestro, by the way, in case you don't know what he looks like. But there he is. Let me show you guys Euro Maestro. So anywho, I want to show you that, yes, I was. Let me show you a picture of me. This is me waiting on the line to get into the opening night party. And so the thing about domain authority is you can find out which sites are going to even help you by going to webris.org. And so you can see how these domain authority has DA 100, 100, 197. So all these high ones like are typically the ones that you go after, but except if they have this type of parameter, it's no follow, it's not going to help you. Like ireport.cnn.com, linkedin.com, like these all have organic value depending on who's doing the writing, but edu and .gov, okay, from what I understand, those pass on something called Moz Trust, which is similar to Moz DA, but it's not quite exactly. It's like a little bit better, but it's like different. It's like apples and oranges. But so what you want to do is you want to go to Webris and you want to click link type twice. So all these sites here, you're going to want to like just not waste your time with, like a LiveJournal, Behance, Change.org, BuzzFeed, like Examiner. Now this is a perfect example. Examiner is one site that a lot of PR people think is going to give you value, and it doesn't. I mean, if you get some sort of like awesome writer to write about you on examiner.com, then that's great. But typically, most Examiner writers don't have the sort of social capital to really, drive traffic or engagement. And so it's just like, okay, so it's DA 91. You would think that's great, but then guess what? It has the rel no follow parameter, so it's not going to help your blog at all. So same thing with Adweek, Indestructibles. So there are like 40 of these sites that are listed that you just don't want to waste your time with. Unless you want to build like an organic kind of community within those blogs based on the people who are helping you there. But algorithmically, they're not going to help you. So right now you're seeing like whatever, 10, 11 of these, but there's actually 40 listed on this site. Examiner, Alyssa is one of the, hey Mila, Examiner is actually one of the sites that I sort of like make fun of. Not make fun of, but I sort of tell PR people, look, that site's not going to help you. I mean, organically, maybe, but algorithmically, forget about it. Just spend your energy elsewhere. And so, and this here column PR, just ignore it. Like nobody cares about PR anymore. And that's called PageRank. It was named after Larry Page from Google. Yeah, yeah. This is Webris. So just go to that webris.org/ what you see there, ultimate list. And the ones that you want to spend your time with are these, which is it's just like a regular link that will help your blog get from DA one, let's say, or DA3 to like something higher, something decent like DA15, DA16, or whatever. So you want to spend time on these blogs, like getting a link on Huffington Post or Slashdot, Moz. And so, 90, 91, this is really, really awesome. The thing is, they're not always easy to get. So you want to, like for example, the site that I'm with is DA79, and they're just not on here for whatever reason. This isn't an exhaustive list, it's just like a sampling. But, oh, for example, you know what? I will. Follow me on Twitter, Alyssa, so that I can DM you. Alyssa, look at this, Lucky Mag. Okay, so this is in the fashion genre. By the way, you can sort by genre too. So like if I go up here and oops, and I just click on the niche, it'll sort it by niche. So like it'll go by blogging, business, education. So let's, for example, they only have one example for fashion, but it's Lucky Mag. It's DA82. Forget about this PR7. Nobody gives a shit about that. Do follow is actually going to help you. First of all, there's no such phrase as do follow. That became. Oh, you're joking with me, right? You're being humorous. But anyway, so like do follow, right? There's no such thing as do follow. Do follow is just the opposite of no follow, but it's listed here just to, and it's also like the language that marketers speak. They know that there's no such thing as do follow, but that's how they talk, just conversationally. But it's like saying, what's the opposite of lack of oxygen? Well, oxygen. So that's stupid. So there is such a thing as no follow, though. That's a real phrase. But do follow is actually just a regular link, a link that will help you. So you want to get backlinks on these type of high DA sites. But here's the thing, you can't just go for the high ones, because if you do, this is what's going to happen. Google will penalize you, because if they see that you're just going after DA30 and above sites, their algorithms can pick it up. Now, if you blog on regular sites like, let's say, DA8, DA9, DA10, whatever, then it's like a natural thing. They can see, okay, well, you're blogging naturally, you're building relationships naturally. Hey, Howard, how are you doing? But then if you ignore everything below, good morning, if you ignore everything below DA30, you're going to have this very unnatural looking graph, and the Google algorithm is going to pick up on that and say, guess what, you're trying to game the system, and then they'll slap you with a penalty. It will go into your dashboard, and they'll say, articles that will go into different sites, and those sites will have a link back to your blog. And so if you try to be cute and you try to ignore all these like small blogs and just go for the big blogs, Google's going to notice that through their algorithm. And then you're going to see a nice little friendly, not so friendly message in your dashboard saying that you're under a penalty. Oh, you know what? Who's great at that, Howard? I would say Casey Zeman, Zeman. Follow him on Twitter. and Facebook. But so yeah, so you can't be, yes, exactly, John. It's Full Scope TV. That's right. Fullscope.tv. And so here's the thing, they're trying to say build relationships with other bloggers naturally, and then the algorithm isn't going to care. It's going to look like this natural slope, this natural curve. But if you try to be cute, if you try to say that you're better than all the smaller blogs and you don't want to deal with them, you don't want to guest blog with them or whatever, and you just go for like sites like mine, mine's DA30. So you could see it says DA30 on this axis here. So if you try to just go for the stuff that's like already established, the algorithm's going to pick up on that. You're going to get penalized. And you know, look, even what I said here, I said, can we do an education program to start the new year? I see tons of MBG users saying they want PR3, DA25, etc. Then, following the herd, I noticed I began asking for those minimums too, not knowing any better. Ironically, it's beneficial to have a link profile that has DA diversity. So if you have diversity, that means you're dealing with all sorts of bloggers, even the small ones. The small ones would be on the left side of this curve, and then the really... No, this is Google Plus right now that I'm showing you. This is like me saying that there was this site called, I mean, it still exists. There's this site called MBG. It's all about guest blogging and stuff. But what happens was they're so obsessed with getting their numbers up that they actually will state, well, they don't want to deal with anybody who's like DA14, DA15, like F you, I don't want to deal with you. And so what happens is they think they're being cute by doing that, but what happens is the algorithm of Google will pick up on that and say, you are shady, you are trying to, you know, like get your numbers up unnaturally. And so Google is all about like natural. They're always emphasizing natural this, natural that. So this side here, you can see this is somebody who is naturally building relationships. They're not discriminating against smaller blogs or whatever. This person is discriminating against smaller blogs. So you don't want to just say, oh, you know, somebody's DA12, DA13, you know, I'm not going to give them the time of day. That's not right. You know, not only is that not nice, but Google is going to pick up on that. So, you know, that's a good question. I would say so, because you know, I've yet to encounter any case study where somebody's content went viral due to, you know, some sort of effort. Hey, Mark, good morning, good afternoon to you. And so I want to show you another blog, and this is not a criticism of this blog. This belongs to the other Periscoper named Ian Alexander. It's filmindustry.network.biz. It's also DA30. But Ian, or whoever owned this domain before him, took 6 years to get to DA30. And so I'm just saying that you could do it in a faster way by building relationships with other bloggers. And so I'll show you mine again. It's also DA30, but I achieved the DA30 in 2.5 years versus Ian's 6 years. Not to say that I'm better or whatever, but apparently I'm, you know, either hanging around with the right people or doing the right things or both. But the link the link of mine is techmania411.net. And like I said, this is not even a site that I even care about. It's just like a hobby side thing. Like, I don't even care actually what happens to it. And so that's the funny thing too. So imagine if I did actually put effort into this, then I don't know, maybe like much higher, like the A40 or something. But like the video said, I don't know if you saw it, John, but like the video said, yeah, it's a stupid name, but who cares? But like the video, I don't know if you saw the video that I started this scope with, but you know, she was saying that most blogs are like DA20 to 30, and then like the higher ones are like DA45 and much higher. And then of course you have the Washington Post and the New York Times and the Chicago Tribune, all DA like 90 and above. But socialholics.com is just it's just a redirect. It'll redirect to smallbiztrends.com, which is DA79 or DA80. And we actually help you because we don't use the rel no follow, which is not going to help you. But I wanted to show you that, um, no follow is an actual thing. See, what is no follow by my friend Chris Cloutier. And he is explaining to you guys that no follow is a way to, like the sites that use no, hey Matt, the sites that use no follow are just doing it to protect themselves because if they use no follow, then they reduce their chances of getting a Google penalty. So, but it's not going to help you if you are guest blogging and you're thinking that it's going to help your blog in an algorithmic way. It's not. It might help you in an organic way, depending on how you build the relationships and stuff. But algorithmically, it's going to waste your time. So remember to check out webris.org and then find out which sites use the regular link, which they have here as do follow. Okay, no such thing as do follow. It's just the opposite of no follow. No follow is a real thing. You don't want that. So that is pretty much what I want to say. Webris.org. And if you want to have all of these things sent to you, I will DM it to you. Really, really easy. Just ask me and I'll send them all to you in one neat page. But yeah, so remember that this column here called PR, which stands for page rank, just ignore it. This used to be relevant in, let's say, 2012, 2011, but nobody cares anymore. And remember, don't just go for the high DA sites. Remember to look at this site, this column too. So 100 do follow, that's going to help you. 100 no follow, that's not going to help you. So this is the column to look at. Do follow, no follow. But then, to make it easier on you, just sort it like this. And then just like avoid all of these sites here that have no follow, right? And then if you want to search by niche, you just go like this, and it'll, oh wow, look at all these blogs for women. But, okay, so Cafe Mom, which is like a popular site, it's going to help you because it says do follow. Blog Her, 84, DA84, it's going to help you. That's do follow. So every blog starts off with DA0,